Sports Uniforms uses a dye sublimation process whereby all design elements, including lettering, numbers, logos, and more, are dyed permanently into the fabric. No more worries about the wear and tear peeling of screen printing. And best of all, the sublimation process ensures the uniforms are lightweight and breathable. For more information and to place your order today, visit www.ussportsuniforms.com and tell them CRN sent you.
One of the newest partners of the Community Radio Network is Fast Track Designs. Johnny Hamilton wants to take care of all of your design business, whether it's getting big checks to hang up in the race shop after race night, for trophies, banners, and more. They handle everything at Fast Track Designs. Vinyl graphics, vehicle lettering, signs and banners. Hey, you need jackets, polo shirts, t-shirts made? They also do custom printed apparel. Proud to be a partner of the Community Radio Network. Contact my buddy Johnny Hamilton today at 252-907-9140. That's 252-907-9140. Or go online to Facebook at Fast Track Designs and Graphics. Everything you need, they've got you covered on the Fast Track to looking great, whether it's with a banner or a shirt or a check. Let Fast Track Designs take care of those needs with Johnny Hamilton right now. We're back here on the Community Radio Network, and U.S. Sports Uniforms Fast Track Designs at the half rolls on. Welcome back to our coverage. And Robbie Worrell, you and me were talking during the band performance. Clayton's not focused right now, are they?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we talked about at the start of the game. I think they're looking ahead to next week, thinking this is a walk game. They played with no composure. They've played with very little energy. And the crowd is quite honestly, infused into that as well.
They're dead.
They're kind of dead.
Yeah.
So and what they don't understand is that this is a big game, as big as next week's. Because not only are they playing to remain undefeated, they're playing for seedings in the playoffs.
That's right.
So they've got to get this W, get next week's W. Then we could be here for a while. But take care of the next 24 minutes, and I've challenged the stands to be a part of that next 24 to bring some energy to the field.
Mark, what do you want to add, boss?
There's nothing to add. They just need to come out and play totally different in the second half than they did in the first. There is a lot on the line as far as seeding and home field advantage or the lack thereof. But right now, none of that matters. Right now, they need to get their tails out here and play like they know how to play.
And Kim Winslow, I saw Coach Scott Chadwick bypass you. He made a beeline right to Sean Delaney, the white hat. It sounds like this conversation's not even over after the locker room.
Yeah, no, he didn't bypass me. I was not even going to him. That was not, because he wanted to have a conversation with the white hat before going into halftime. So he wanted to make sure they had that discussion, and I think they had quite the discussion. And I think Robbie hit it on the head. It's about composure.
Yep.
From the get-go, Comets just haven't been composed mentally, and they're letting some of the Willow-Spring players get in their head. One of the things that I haven't necessarily liked about the officiating tonight is they're taking a long time making a call, and it allows these players to stand at the line of scrimmage and just jaw with each other back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's getting very chippy.
Well, the problem is if you would stop the jawing, but you don't do that. You wait for a reaction and then a reaction, and then it's too late.
Yep, and that's where. And the thing is, we've got to make sure Comets keep their composure. You don't want somebody getting tossed, because then they're not available next week.
And that's one of the things you said, Robbie. Keyshawn Stansel, I wouldn't even play him the second half. You said that. Let him cool off. Don't get in trouble.
He's coming off the field. He's irritated. He's agitated. Personally, I'm gonna sit him. I'd sit him here, let him cool his jets a little bit, get his composure back, let him be a team member right now, rather than being out on the field to potentially cost us something if it happens. We've got to keep that, guys. I mean, that's just we just got to maintain our composure as we go through and stay with where we're at. So looking forward to the second half.
Look forward to having you in the booth with us next Friday night at Cleveland as well.
Absolutely.
He'll be up in the booth with, of course, That's Robbie Worrell. Mark, and Mark, again, to elaborate on that, is Miss Amy will come back to the chair here for the second half. You get through tonight. Have a better second half. What do the coaches tell them right now?
You can't do nothing about the first half. You can control what goes on in the second half. I challenge you to come out here now, put your working clothes on, put your working mindset together, and get out here and let's go. As Kirby Smart says, we got to go eat. We got to go eat right now.
It's time to go eat.
It's time to go eat.
Time to go eat, Amy. What do you think?
I wholeheartedly agree. I love Kirby Smart. I love Kirby Smart quotes.
Jackie, what do you think as we get ready to start the third quarter? Do you agree with what everything was said? And obviously, got to get these fans in the stands to come alive too.
I don't really care for Kirby Smart, but I will go ahead and agree with Amy and
yeah, we're not Kirby Smart fans, are we?
The whole time they were talking Kirby Smart.
Ball kicks, ready to start the third quarter. Comets will have the football.
Oh, that's
man, what a hit! That's
that was helmet to helmet.
Number 4, Jordan Letchter, helmet to helmet contact. And they're not going to throw a flag on that.
Nope.
Wow. How do you not throw a flag on that?
Takes a big hit and bounces right back up. We'll bring up 1st and 10 Comets at the 35-yard line.
And the referee puts his arm around one of the coaches' backs and just says, okay, well,
we'll watch it. We'll see what happens.
Send it in, as they say, right, Kim? Send it in. Send it in.
Oh, yeah, that conversation was had at halftime, right here before the second half.
Oh, is that what I was saying?
I can believe that.
What, send it in? That's all they say.
I saw one smiling and one not smiling, so.
Jackie, zoom out just a little bit. 1st and 10, ball on the 35. Comets have the ammunition ready. Motion movement from the tight end, River Fiore. Sweep to the right. Going to go now.
Got a couple on that.
Noah Smith.
First play from scrimmage is a pitch.
Boy.
Noah Smith picks
Gain of about 2, maybe.
That's one of the things, Mark and Amy, that they really need to work on is the running game. Those big, deep throws on long downs was what got the points being what it is right now. It's not the type of football we see Clayton usually play.
Well, this is what I'm seeing tonight and what they need to learn from. They evidently have not come up against a defense quite as good as Willow-Spring.
Well, I mean, the boys on the D-line are big.
Yes.
2nd and 8, ball on the 37. Aiden Smalls, he'll throw it. Anyone home?
Nope, and almost
intercepted by number 8, Cordell Jones.
Been out of bounds.
Down the left sideline, bring up 3rd down and 7 for the
Braxton Kutchin, down to you for another All-State sideline report for the Storm. You got some big ones on the line. We said it and we'll say it again.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have some people movers over here on this Willow-Spring's defensive line. And that's kind of been their strength so far, not only in this game, but the whole season long. The defensive line normally gets a lot of good push up front and makes it confusing, especially for the quarterbacks to maybe make reads quicker than he might not expect. It makes it tough for the running backs to hit the holes.
3rd and 8, ball on the 37. Up the middle goes Aiden Smalls. Instead, he'll veer to the right. Room to run. Move the first down markers at Moore. Took a shot at midfield at the 45. Number 71 brings him down. That's Joshua Smith. That's 260 pounds that just brought down our 180-pound quarterback.
48-yard line of the Storm.
And Aiden bounced right up, which is what you want to see. You want to see the athleticism that is there tonight.
What I mean by describing that,
Double the size.
That's double the size hitting him at one time. 180 plus 180 is 260. That's the size
No, that's
of Joshua.
That's
I'm sorry, it's 260. That's 100 pounds shy, but that's literally a big one and a big throw deep and no one home, incomplete.
If he'd have been running, he'd have caught the ball.
Yeah, he was being
He
held.
was tugging on his jersey and no pass interference.
Everybody down here is asking where's the holding.
Down to 10.
What'd you say, Jackie?
Everybody down here is asking where's the holding.
Where's the holding? Where's the holding call?
He should have been pass interference on Willow-Spring, but, hey.
2nd and 10, ball on the 48. Send it in. We've heard that for years. As Kim said, send it in. You don't like something, send it in. Don't think it'll do any good. Hell, I sent it in back in July to file for our credentials, and we haven't even been approved yet. Playoffs start in 3 weeks? They still ain't even approved it yet.
That does not surprise
me. Come on,
me.
Brandon Marie. I guess I got to call him out on the air. Aiden Smalls going to number 5, McCoy.
Down and 7 for the Comets.
McCoy will catch the football.
McCoy on the catch for the Comets.
He'll be at around the 45-yard line. 3rd and 7. Wow. I mean, we have our credentials, but to have our official media passes, they've not been approved yet. 3rd and 7, ball on the 45-yard line.
Which tells me one of two things. It's not a priority, or they don't want y'all to have your credentials.
Or C, all of the above.
What'd you say, Jackie?
Or C, all of the above.
Or C,
That's
all of
true.
the above. 3rd and 7, ball on the 45. Going to Smalls. Smalls throw. No one home, and there's a flag.
It's about time.
He was holding Rivers' arm.
It's about time.
River Fiore down the right hash.
It was intended for River Fiore. Number 6 was shaking his head at Charlie Hooks, and they're going to call, I believe, a penalty on number 6. Shane Delaney, or Sean Delaney, my apologies. The white hat, ready to see the call here. Pass interference on the Storm.
The Storm on the play will bring up a first down comment.
There's that one mark that should have been earlier that they didn't give that they got back now.
Yeah, but sometimes
Yep.
it's a little too late for that.
30-yard line.
First and 10 Comets from the 30-yard line.
Don't forget to join us at the Vincent's Pub and Eatery for the post-game wrap-up party. 1st and 10 on the 30. Smalls going to Darian Ellis. He found the end zone earlier tonight. He's on his feet.
Quick pass out to
Moves his way around the 15.
And Ellis, who scored our first touchdown earlier.
Where is he at? He's got to get to the 20. He's
Looks like he went out of bounds at
18.
about the
It's like Darian
18-yard
Ellis
line,
got to the
which should be
18-yard line.
enough
That is
for
another Adwell Exterior
Comets
Services first down.
down.
And they are at the 18-yard line. They have moved into the total refrigeration red zone.
Right.
1st and 10 on the 18. Smalls moving right up the
And he's
middle to
holding.
run. Aiden Smalls. There we go. The Weasel in action.
Smalls on
He'll go to
keeper
the
up
10.
middle. The QB draw gets down to about the 10-yard line.
To the 10 or the
Pick up about
9-yard
8 on the
line.
play.
Nice run
Second
up the
down and
middle.
2.
Could it be that, though, Amy, that we've got these big 200-300-pound quarter-pounder guys here that's, intimidating Clayton's
I don't know.
offensive line? What
It's
do you
not
think?
intimidating them. They just have not been able
Tiring them out?
to get through the line
We
tonight.
ain't been smacked in the mouth till tonight.
Night, correct.
2nd and 2. And look at this up the middle. Noah Smith, and there's
That's
flags
a
flying. Dirty laundry on the field.
It's coming back up,
There's
man.
a dog pile to the 5-yard line. There's a flag on the play. That was Noah Smith carrying everybody down to the end zone. He's at least to the 5-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. We'll find out
Yes.
what the call will be from Sean Delaney, the
I
referee of this game.
Call's going to be holding against the Comets. It'll back the Comets up 10
Wow.
yards.
Holding on the
Second
Comets.
down at about 12 now.
My, oh, my. As we mentioned, Sean Delaney is the referee for this game. Robert Andrews is the umpire. Michael Shepard is the linesman. Line judge is David Sawyer. Jamie Massengill is the back judge. These officials are qualified from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association
I beg
and
to differ.
the Triangle Football Association to officiate these games.
I beg your pardon. I want to see those credentials. I think
They don't
they're.
have to
I
show
think.
you
I think theirs
credentials.
are expired.
2nd and 12. Mark Coates. Throw. End zone. Touchdown. Comets. Yeah, baby. I believe that's Tavon Evans.
That's number 2.
No, Tyler.
No, that's number
It should be
18,
Tyler
Tyler Campbell.
18, Tyler Campbell.
Tyler Campbell, his second touchdown of the night. For Tyler Campbell.
Aiden Smalls as Mejia lines up.
Coming into tonight's game before his second touchdown. That now gives him 3 career touchdowns this season. 11 receptions, 202 yards, not counting tonight. And now Amy, add on
Snap.
Chris Mejia,
Royal
the
kick.
extra point. It's
It's good.
28-0.
Very good.
And with 8:25 as we go in the third quarter, your
The
Comets now lead the
scoreboard
Willow-Spring Storm.
does not indicate
28-0.
the way Clayton has played tonight.
And we've got a
Give me a
Comet
C.
playing down.
Give me O. Give me
The
an
long snapper might be Kobe.
Do our Kim, I couldn't
We got a player down. I think it's the long snapper, Cody Whitmer.
No way.
Cody Whitmer, number 4.
I believe it. That's where on the field.
Is that Chadwick running out there?
No, that's
Carl Lloyd.
That's Carl Lloyd from Clayton Chiropractic. Another Clayton Chiropractic scoring drive, and we got a player down as well.
Really? 26.
And right now at the 5-yard line, Cody Whitmer. Cody Whitmer, though, pops right back up. Cody Whitmer on his feet. He'll head back to the sideline. He's good.
He's good. He just got the wind knocked out of him. That's what we're going with, and we're going to claim it in that way.
I didn't see it. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody reached up and grabbed it.
Probably.
There was another touchdown, and again, Amy, elaborate more on the scoreboard doesn't match the way the game has gone so far. It's 28-0.
Clayton's winning 28-0. Willow-Spring has not scored. However, Clayton has not played a 28-point game tonight.
Right.
Clayton has played very sloppily. They have not played with the same intensity that they normally play with.
Once again,
it appears that the offense can't get on track. The defense has been on the field a lot, which tires out the defense. And those are things you don't want to see. You want to see an equal ball game. And though the score says 28-0, it feels more like maybe a 6-6 game.
Yeah. And the Comets will kick it off back to the Storm. Pick it up at around the 17.
Wrap him up.
And they're going to let this guy run with the football. He's got to
What
break
in
away.
the world?
They can't stop him, number 3, and he'll go out of bounds.
Number 3
Nice
is
return by Beckwith.
That's Landon
Landon.
It's fixing to be a fight.
No, there's
They
not.
tackled. They tackled it. They
Jackie Zoom
tackled
to the
him.
right.
The flag back on the 25-yard line, folks.
He tackled him. He took him down. When he wrapped him up, he picked
Power
him up.
drived him.
He picked
Power
him up.
driven.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
football. That's football. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for it. The young man hit him, wrapped him, tackled him, took him to the ground. They didn't like it. You know what? Tough titties, said the kitty when the milk ran dry.
And that is a Virginia Coates
But the
quote.
milk is still good. but the
It's still 28-0.
They get a hold on
Ladies and
Willow-Spring on the
gentlemen.
return, so the ball will be marked off from the spot of the foul back on the 25-yard line. So the next return will be negated on the penalty.
All right, so we have a penalty on the Willow-Spring Storm. They're getting a big penalty being pushed back here, Amy.
I hate games like this.
Yeah, they're not feel-good games. They just don't show the quality of players that we have. It
Ball will be
doesn't-
spotted at the 15-yard line.
Official
First and 10,
timeout.
but there's a
Timeout.
on
There's
the field,
something going on.
Willow-Spring.
Yeah, timeout Willow Springs. 1st and 10 on the 15.
So
Where
the Willow-Spring Storm call for a timeout. We'll step away and take one with them as well.
I had forgot about that.
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout.
On hate. Together.
At Well Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
Don't forget to join us, Vincent's Pub and Eatery, Main Street, Clayton, post-game wrap-up party. Our CRN crew will be there. Players, coaches, family, friends.
They're talking to the players.
Hope you enjoy the atmosphere. Join us for it. And, of course, every Tuesday night, the home of Comets Football Weekly. By the way, I will tell you that we have an all-star crew also planned for Cleveland next Friday night as well.
And Kim,
All right, folks,
what was
first-
happening?
Down to
looks
you,
like
Kim
the-
Winslow, for an
the
all-state
White House
sideline report.
For the
Having a
Storm.
conversation with both lines and saying, look, if there are any more shenanigans. He doesn't want mouthing off, late hits, because, again, it's gotten very chippy. So we'll see. To see if they can keep control.
So, Kim, to elaborate on that, you're saying the white hat, Sean Delaney, said enough is enough. If you start doing this anymore, you're going to be probably ejected from the game. Or there's going to be flags on the field.
Yeah. And that they're going to be asked to sit on the sideline for a little bit. But he's trying to get control because, again, the second half has started off chippy from both sides.
No disrespect to you, Kim, but he should have done that in the first half.
No kidding.
Not halfway through the third.
No kidding, because now it's gotten too far.
Should have gained control immediately. Number 15 with the catch. That's, of course, Mosley. Grayson Mosley catching the football. He might go to about a handful complete.
He got about 5 on the play.
Quick pass out the right side.
And Jackie, down to you. The crowd has really become lively, saying, "Hey, call this. Why aren't you calling that?"
They see in Mark Koch's words, they see the BS that they're calling.
They see the BS.
Well, what's he doing on the Clayton side of the field? I mean, clock's running.
Braxton,
what's he doing?
What's the morale like on the Willow-Spring side as well? I mean, I know it's 28-0, but definitely Willow-Spring feels like they played a hard game of football.
Kim, what was that?
Yeah, I mean, they've played a hard game of football, it feels like, but it's still, at the end of the day, you look up at the scoreboard and you're down 4 scores. So I wouldn't say defeated necessarily. I mean, they're executing, especially on the defensive end, and they're doing some good things on offense.
What is number 15
they just
doing?
Gotta put a drive together.
He says it's his towel, something.
Number 15 is saying something about his towel got taken, I guess.
Oh, my God.
Something about his towel got taken, but let's make sure he gets his towel back.
Damn Cryburn. Give it to him so he can wipe his tears.
3rd and 5 on the 20.
Interception now would be great.
And, yeah, you wanted it, but it's incomplete. Number 6, Makai Foy was great on the coverage zone. This will set us up with a 3rd and 5 coming up.
For your comments, pass ball is incomplete, which will bring up
So 3rd and 5.
And about 4.
By the way, leading receiving is
personal foul.
McCoy.
It's a personal foul against Willow-Spring.
Personal foul on the Storm.
On number 18.
18.
Amy, Kim, what did I miss? Down to you for an all-state sideline report.
It just, again, he said he doesn't want the extracurriculars, and I think there was a little
so
extra
somebody said something.
Shoving for the whistle.
There you go. Thank you, Kim. Well, as my dad used to always tell me, Mark Coates, what good for the goose is good for the gander. So
I can't see.
If it's going to go both ways, I'm glad they threw a flag.
Correct.
You know, for sure.
We saw a lot of side nonpartisan play while ago.
And the Undertaker bells are chiming. A 3rd and 15. Comets defense showing motion and movement. They're going to run right up the middle with the quarterback. He's going to get smothered by a trio of Comet defenders.
Wrap him up.
And he goes down. Is he short of a first down?
No,
That's
he got
the
first down, but the issue is this. These guys know how to tackle. They are not wrapping up. They are not meeting him. They sat back and waited.
Yeah, I just saw that actually. Yeah, they didn't even run after him. Come forward for him. Ethan Dykes just literally, Braxton got an easy first down there. What should have been a punting of the football for the Storm. They usually get another 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was one of those where he didn't see anything right away, pulled it down, and was able to use his feet and improvise to get the first down.
Yeah, Dykes this
and
time
there's a flag.
Throws a football to number 15, Grayson Mosley. It was intended for Grayson Mosley, but Mosley was about 5 yards the other direction.
Atkins and also number 13.
And there's a flag on the field, and now they're having another discussion.
Well, the Clayton defense did like a little inside move. Instead of Keyshawn rushing on the outside, he kind of looped inside. And
it appears that 57 was asked to leave the field.
Number 57.
Well, he's been the one causing half the trouble all night tonight.
Yeah, Dylan, Brett Schneider, and number 51, you mentioned also Camden Toney, or 71, Joshua Smith, you were talking about earlier, Mark, as well. We have to paint a picture in radio, and I will tell you this if you're listening on the airwaves. These Willow-Spring Storm players, they are gargantuans. They are not small, Amy.
No, but when you have size to you, because I had 2 boys with size.
Yes.
You got to learn to play with a little bit of class, and you leave your game on the field. It doesn't come out of your mouth.
For 43, Mason Buckland reports in for Cody Whitmer.
Cody Whitmer's going to come out. Buckland's going to come in.
And he's coming to the Clayton sideline now.
Yep. Dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct. They called it on the Storm, and they called it on the Comets.
No.
Wait, somebody's been ejected from the
57 got ejected.
The Willow-Spring Storm.
Yeah,
I think that was probably his second of the night.
That's right.
Because if you notice, most of these penalties against Willow-Spring have come against the offense.
Yes.
The unsportsmanlikes, the personal fouls.
So, Kim, are you saying 57?
Yes, he was ejected.
He is ejected from the game. Brett
Yes.
Schneider's been ejected from the game. That's the center junior, number 57.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Wow.
Blaming him for not stopping.
So they're not playing anymore, Amy. I mean,
they shouldn't have started playing in the first quarter, letting them play like that in the first quarter.
Right.
They should have stirred the shit pot.
Yeah, Mark, as you said, they should have immediately put this to a stop in the first half of this game instead of here now midway in the third. Going to number, oh boy, there's Ethan Dykes. He goes down. There's a flag on the play.
Another flag.
I bet you they're going to call excessive celebration on the Comets. What do you want to bet?
You cannot.
What do you want to bet? They're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct, excessive celebration on Clayton.
Personal foul, Clayton.
Yes.
For what?
For excessive celebration.
No.
I bet you that's exactly what it was.
No, it was personal foul. He called late hit on Tyrell June.
Yeah.
Personal foul, late hit.
Personal foul on
Wow.
Comets after the play.
Wow.
Penalty.
Personal foul, late hit on number 11, Tyrell June. Oh, Jackie, at least the crowd is starting to come a little alive beside you.
Well, it's Jackie, rightfully so, they have the right to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yo, son!
Hoorah.
It's all right. I muted his mic.
We still heard him.
I muted his mic. Talking about the referees, Mark.
I have no comment.
Yeah, we want to thank the referees of the Triangle Football Association.
No, we don't. No, we don't, neither.
Dykes, under pressure, throws the football. It is a catch.
But it's a sit down,
It is a sit down, though, as Jackie said. Drew Bergen got the tight end. But he goes nowhere. Oh,
there's some more flags.
51 just got called on a flag.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say that just yet.
Yeah, Wesley.
Well,
because we had a player over
51's
there.
over here, though. 51 is
just
no,
wait,
the flag
Wesley.
was over there. We got to wait.
Guys, what
Sideline
it was,
warning.
that was issued to Coach Wilkes of Willow-Spring.
Oh, wow.
On that scramble by Dykes, as he was throwing it backfield, one of the Clayton defenders, I couldn't see exactly who it was kind of diving at the feet, kind of fairly after the throw, enough to where had he hit him, would have been roughing the passer call, but didn't fully make contact with him. But Coach Wilkes was going crazy, and I didn't see if he made full contact with him. The referee was saying he didn't, but Coach Wilkes was saying he was, and then
this is not the
and
type
the refs
of,
are just
yeah.
done. They've had
They're
enough.
finished. Yeah,
The referees are
finished.
sick. They're this is exhausting, and
Well, there was a
It might be
display
midnight
of
by
good
the time we get to
sportsmanship.
they let
You saw
this
what I
game
saw?
become more.
Keyshawn in 51.
Yes, they dabbed each other.
And that's why
so.
51 of Camden Toney, I saw him put his hand on
Well,
his
they've been going
helmet,
against
put his
one
heads
another
up.
all night.
And now the referee has gone to talk to the coach on the Willow-Spring side. Kim, down to you.
Well, on this side, they're upset because the official had called it a dead ball foul on that personal foul.
Right.
So it should have still been third down. Instead, they put it back to second down, and
Wow.
they made it known, and the side judge came back and essentially admitted.
They
They
messed
screwed
up.
up.
Oh, no, now we've got another
that on the
flag.
coach?
There's a flag. I think
That's got to be on the.
That's got to be on sideline.
Sideline warning.
Willow-Spring.
Wow.
This is all out of hand with 5:57 left.
If you're
in the third.
listening on the radio, this game has become unglued by the referees. They are throwing flags left and right. Now they threw a sideline penalty on Willow-Spring, and they're making them go back again.
Well, what just happened was the White Hat came over and was trying to tell Coach that, one, that they are the second line of defense, that the sideline is the first, and he needs to stay back behind that. And then it kept, the same conversation about the diving at the knees is what Coach Wilkes was saying. And, he's looking out for the safety of his player, and I get it.
Yeah,
and truly understand that. But at the end of the day, the play is over, and they got to move on.
Well, the only thing I'd say, Braxton, and I'm not trying to argue, but, they don't want you to go high. You can't launch yourself. If you drill somebody, you're going to get a penalty. They tell you they want you to tackle low, and then you're going to, what do you do?
That's right. And then the same principle, and at the end of the day, and the referee was saying that he completely missed him by a foot. So
this is a 3rd and 13. Running with the football is Dykes. He'll fire the football. Number 15 of Grayson Mosley caught it, the wide receiver.
But there wasn't enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's like a 4th and 3, I think, coming up. So it'll be about a 4th and
3.
3 or 4.
It's 3.
Watch the fake.
And remember, Mark, they used the fake earlier. We saw that. I thought Moses Barker went down and Sebastian Gonzalez, and they were doing some great acting. Sebastian Gonzalez is in the backfield. He will punt the football. It's a drop at around the 25, stops
22,
at the 21, 22-yard line.
Low on it, 21.
Storm get a nice roll on the play.
No Clayton players over there
There's
at all.
Clayton player down.
And we got a Comet player down on the field at midfield. They have an injury timeout. Clayton Chiropractic returns for another year with the Community Radio Network. Hey, if you have any type of pain in your back, whether it's for wellness, auto accident, or sports injury, let Carl Lloyd and the great staff on Main Street at Clayton Chiropractic take care of your needs. Always, they're in the need of making you feel better, heal faster, and stay healthy. Achieve your wellness goals. Get a free consultation today with one of our great chiropractors, as well as the man himself, Carl Lloyd. Dr. Carl Lloyd wants you to call him up at 919-553-2225. And did I mention it's a free consultation? Clayton Chiropractic, 201 East Main Street. And of course, you can get everything from a physical evaluation, medical history. Let us know the symptoms of why your back pain is bothering you, and Dr. Carl Lloyd will help you find the wellness plan that you need to get back on track. Patient information, insurance information, and easy payments are also easy to handle with Clayton Chiropractic. Proud sponsor of the touchdown and scoring drive of all Comets football games this year. Go Comets and go to Clayton Chiropractic today. Free consultation, 919-553-2225. Follow them also on social media. Clayton Chiropractic. There was a 5-yard penalty on the Comets. By the way, Trey Hall was the player that went down after the punt return for the Comets. He's now being checked out of the sideline by Dr. Carl Lloyd and the trainers.
The fumble on the snap, flag comes down as small.
Fumble on the ball, and now they call the play dead.
Did he jump again?
We have a flag on the play. They're going to intentional grounding?
Possibly intentional grounding.
Oh, wow.
Because he threw the ball away.
It wasn't near anybody.
He was still in the pocket.
2nd and 15, ball on the 16, and a penalty being called on Clayton.
Jesus.
It's not going to be on the Comets. Be a loss of down.
It is a loss of down, intentional grounding, and a loss of down. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal? So it's going to put him at the 8-yard line?
What's this? What's that? Loss of down.
Yeah. Intentional grounding and loss of down.
So the ball now is going.
So it's going to be at the 8 mark.
Inside the 5.
Wow. So Amy, we have intentional grounding, a loss of down on the Comets, and they go half the distance to the goal.
Yes.
So it should have been. Now they're at the. They're calling it now 2nd and 15 on the 5.
It's actually more than 15.
Yeah, it's more than 15. I ain't changed it.
I got you. So it should be like second and long. I'll say that much. And Comets trying to rush and drive. There's another flag on the play.
Jesus.
And here comes another flag being thrown on the field again.
But there's a flag on the play.
That was Noah Smith. They caught the football trying to get it away from the end zone.
I am getting so confused by watching the game right now because it's just so discombobulated.
And they're throwing flags left and right. Holding now called on Clayton.
Holding on the Comets.
Holding on Clayton, and this is now. So now you're looking at
They're right there in the damn end zone.
a 3rd down on the 1, I guess. Second down on the 3, half the distance to the goal. So 2nd down and 28 on the 3-yard line. I hope Clayton lights up the scoreboard with this play. Come on, Amy. Will it happen? Homina.
No.
Not going to do it that way, Noah Smith.
However, we did not get a flag that time.
That was good, yes.
And he got out of the end zone. So we'll claim it.
And the referee kept the yellow flag in his pants.
Yes.
Smith on the Jesus. Bring up 3rd down for the Comets.
3rd and 24, ball on the 7 now. There's only been one score made in the second half. We're 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Smalls going to fake it to Noah Smith. Aiden Smalls gets around one man. Number 52 did mount the pressure, if you want to give credit to Beckett Smith. Beckett Smith was the one that made him slip and fall, if you will. 4th down coming up.
I have no words right this minute.
There's only been one time I've heard you say I have nothing left to say, and that
we
was
will not talk about that
last year's
tonight.
game
Nope.
against.
Hush. Nope. Hush.
It's like
Voldemort.
I was getting ready to say it, Amy.
There's just some things you don't say.
Punt the football. Clayton gets a good punt all the way around the 49. And number 19 running with the football. Wow, where's the flag? They're saying, where's the flag on that?
Eddie Mann for the Storm. Turns it down to the Comet 30-yard line. Nice kick.
Jackie, they are lively in the grandstands, but it's because of being kind of hoodooed by the referees, they feel.
That and I also have number 90's family
sitting
to the right. To the right. Yep.
And they should be a little vocal. I don't blame them.
Number 90 for the Comets?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a 90.
We don't have a roster number on him.
Well, that's what his jersey says, is number 90.
Whoever is number 90.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the guy. Okay. He's not wearing the player's number. He's just bought
he's just wearing a Comets jersey is what it is. Okay. Boy, number 12 had the football, but Comets defense swallowed him up and stopped him.
And I also blame the...
that was Chason Ingram Gray, the quarterback.
Kim, does it appear to you, this is
Number
just
12, Ingram Gray,
question I have for you and Braxton, since y'all on the sidelines, that they are the refs don't want them to do stuff, but they are delaying blowing the whistle.
That's right.
It's funny you said that, Amy. When I said blow the whistle, because that's exactly what gets this kind of stuff instigated.
Yes. Blow the whistle, blow the play dead, right?
If you're going to throw a flag, at least use your whistle.
By the way, it is Ingram Gray coming in now. Ingram Gray throwing the football.
Come on, wrap it up. He fell on his own. There you go.
On his own. Javel Smith, and Javel Smith losing his balancing on the turf. That's Javel Smith. He'll exit number 14. And they have made a QB change, Braxton. Looks like they've gone now to Chason Ingram Gray as the quarterback now for the game.
And that they have. And a good first throw right there for him. A good rhythm throw, kind of went through his progressions and took the first read, was able to hit that. But we'll see what, the Storm offense can do, because right now they are driving.
3rd and 6. The Undertaker bells are chiming here at Nixon-Fowler. On the 25, Ingram Gray under pressure, throw, catch is incomplete.
He's already on the ground.
Incomplete. Eddie Mann was the intended receiver, Amy, but they said he was on the turf. Incomplete. 4th down.
The ball did hit the ground, and he trapped it. We're going to see what they're going to decide to do at this point in time.
Well, they need to go for it.
Well,
we're headed into the fourth. You need to go for it. You're down. You have no points.
I wholeheartedly agree, but at this
Are
point
they going to try to kick a field goal?
It looks like they are. Here comes the field goal.
If we don't jump off sides and give them 10 yards.
Here comes Ethan Dykes to hold them, place the ball, snap the ball, and Moses Barker is going to try to go for the field goal. How long is it? 43 yards. Zoom out, Jackie. 43-yard attempt. 43-yard attempt. Flag on the play. It went through the uprights, but it is not going to count.
Penalty against the Storm.
The kicker jumped.
Penalty on the Storm. The kicker.
I'm going to get 4th down and 11 from the 31-yard line.
Offsides are actually, encroachment actually by the kicker, number 22, Moses Barker.
This is a 48-yard field goal now.
That's right. They're 43 yards, which Amy, it
based
did
on
go
what
through.
I just saw, he had the
Yes, he
ability to
did.
make
He
it.
had to kick the leg the distance. Now he's got to go. Let's see what he can do with a 48-yarder.
White hat wound the clock, so we're going.
Under 2 minutes left to go. This is number 22, Moses Barker. The holder and the placement is number 16 of Dykes. Waiting for the snap. It's in place. The kick is up.
That's going to be short.
It is not going to be good. No good. No good. No good.
That was a nice break. However,
So the score remains with 1 minute 40 seconds left to go in your third quarter. Willow-Spring
with 100 seconds left in the third quarter, it is still a shutout. 28-0, Amy, coach.
it is the score says it's a shutout, Wesley.
Yeah.
First and 10.
But we know we're not playing a shutout game.
No, not at all.
28-0 right now. 1:40 left to go. And Braxton, back down to you for another All-State sideline report. He made the 43 before the flags flew from his mistake. Usually those long-distance field goal kicks, you might make the first one.
Oh, no, quarterback
ice
change.
them, and then the second time you don't make it, and we saw that just happen to Barker.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, in the first one, it looked like he had plenty of leg, and that first one looked like it would have been good from 48.
And
the second one was right on target. So,
Yeah.
Honestly, to his own fault, moving him back 5 yards was a little stutter. But, plenty of leg on the first one, just not quite enough there on the second one.
And we've had a quarterback change. We've got Carson Jones in right now. I do not see if 2 is on the field. I can't tell.
So number 7, Carson Jones in. Jones will throw the football. It is a catch made. He'll move the chains. It's a first down. Yes, it is. Catch was made.
Pass completed on the left flat out there.
Was that Tavon Evans, I believe, or Campbell? That was Tavon Evans.
I could not see. Kim, who was that thrown to?
It was Tavon Evans that caught the football, number 19.
Jones's pass complete to Tavon Evans out there on the left side.
So it will be another Atwell Exterior Services first down. Sorry, Trevor Atwell. It feels like we haven't said that a lot tonight for the Clayton Comets.
Well, we've not had a run.
Up the middle down. Noah Smith with the football.
No, we've
What'd you say, Mark?
We've not had a run game tonight.
We really haven't. And as you said, those 3 scores have been big plays.
Yeah, have been.
Mm-hmm. And the fourth one was pretty big.
We've not had a rushing touchdown tonight, have we?
No.
Mm-mm.
As the clock expires, we move into the fourth quarter. They're going to try to get a playoff here. Jones goes to Smith. Smith up the middle.
And that
midfield running the football. And that will end the fourth quarter.
First down.
And that is the fourth quarter. Kim Winslow, down to you as we get ready to see what entails for another 12 minutes of Friday Night Lights.
Look, I think the Comets just want to get through this next quarter.
Yes.
Again, it's just came out penalty after penalty. We've got unsportsmanlike, personal fouls. Let's just keep everybody eligible for next week, and let's just finish.
Yes, please.
This game should have been over by now.
Lord Jesus, it is 10 minutes to 10.
We go to the fourth quarter next.
Time out.
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout.
On hate. Together. Together.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. Carson Jones. Right up the middle.
Go ahead, back stand up. There you go.
The tight end. How about that? Carson Jones to River Fiore right up the middle, Amy Coates. And what a play. Ball on the red zone now.
Yes. That's all I'm going to say is yes. Because, yes.
Carson Jones is a player that has played for Clayton football in the past. He played JV in the quarterback spot, played at Riverwood.
Fantastic.
Got a flag on the play. Noah Smith running the
Flipped off the
football.
right side for about 12, but there's a flag on the play. We have a holding against the Comets, so that play will come back.
So a hold it. Now it's going to be a 1st and 20 on the, 31 man.
But we've been in tougher spots tonight.
Marking it off from the 18 is what it looks like. Well, that ain't what it.
So my question is this. We see Aiden Small's not in the game anymore. Is this the smart thing, Mark, as you said, to keep him fresh for next Friday? You're looking ahead to next week now, right? By having him in the game.
And Aiden got kind of shook up on a play earlier. And if you can give, you're leading 28-0. It's not been a pretty game to start with. Why not give some of your other players the opportunity?
There you go, right up the middle. Another
nice game by Smith up the middle.
Another run by Noah Smith, and finally,
20-yard line.
Kim Winslow, we're starting to see the running game work, and actually that was number 24, Terrace Hobbs, that ran the football that time.
Apologies, that was Mr. Terrace Hobbs on the carry, number 24 for the Comets.
They're finally getting a running game, though, going, Kim.
Are we on the 21 or 22, Rob?
All right, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, ball on the 21.
Is he leaning?
Terrace Hobbs in the backfield, watching for Jones. Jones, that time they ran him. Man, number 4 for the Storm, Jordan Ledster, read it and stopped him big time.
Comets lose about 4 on the play. Nice play there by number 4, Jordan Ledster. Bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Comets.
All right, Amy, here we go now. A 3rd and long on the 25. Carson Jones ready to get the play. By the way, Carson Jones, a bigger quarterback, a different quarterback, Amy, than Aiden Smalls.
He is 6 foot,
205 pounds.
He is a different.
2 receivers, tight end to the left, 2 to the right, catch made.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Touchdown. I believe that was number 3 that caught the football. That was number 19,
That's
Tavon Evans.
Number 19 once again.
Number 19.
Kim, we really could not see the
Guys,
number
I think
up here.
it's number 3 that caught the football.
Number 3.
Yes, it's number 3, Jaden Chappell.
Got the football. Jaden Chappell got the football.
Chappell, number 3 with the Comet touchdown.
Jaden Chappell with his first career touchdown. 2 receptions, 39 yards, and his first ever touchdown now tonight.
Awesome.
That was Jones to Chappell from the 24.
Snap the hold,
extra
the
point.
Is good by Mejia. And the
Mejia
score
goes
now.
down,
The
but
Comets,
the extra point is
35
good.
and the Storm 0.
All right. So A running game showed by Clayton.
Give me a ho!
A running game showed by Clayton. Finally, different quarterback, but Jones led his troops up the field to the end zone.
Very much so.
It is now 35-0.
And just a quick scoring update. Looks like
Cleveland leads Garner by 1 with 1 minute to go.
Yeah, I was going to look at that. I'm looking at that. I was looking at that. Actually giving you stats here. Boy,
That's
oh
what
boy,
Kim just
thank
said.
you, Kim.
1 minute to play in the fourth. Cleveland's ahead by 1.
Cleveland leads Garner by 1 point. We know how good Garner is. We know what kind of a pressure it's been. Clayton easily took care of Garner. But Garner having their fight with Cleveland right now. We are having our own battle, our own mental battle, our own things that we need to work on to prepare for the end of the rainbow that's next Friday night at John Jacobs Stadium. Ball in, drops it around the 5, and he'll run with it. Punt return or kickoff return.
Nice return of 23 yards here by the Storm.
That was number 7 running the football, Luke Maslow.
For the Comets.
Luke Maslow running the football there. We got a flag on the play again.
It's got to be a bit.
The white hat just threw a flag.
Wow, another flag on the play.
He's walking that way.
I was going to say it was after the play, so I'd say it was unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, I was going to say the way that they had to break up that group there, and as Willow-Spring was heading to the sideline is when the flag came out. On number 80 on Willow-Spring.
He looked right straight at him.
Flag on number 80. This is unsportsmanlike conduct on the wide receiver junior of number 80, Braden Garris. Braden Garris with another flag, unsportsmanlike conduct.
For the fans to give our cheerleaders and our dance team a great round of applause. As they're out here all night long. Thank you very much, ladies. We certainly appreciate you.
Hell, it's not over yet. This game going to come down to the end. 1st and 10 now. Another flag on the play. There was a call on the penalty for number 80 of Braden Garris. Clayton is leading 35-0. Mark, better showing by Clayton in the second half than the first. If you had to give him a grade, what would it be right now?
I'm gonna be too tough on him. A D.
Wow.
I would have said D- first half, and I'm a D second half.
You ain't done enough in the half. In the second half for me. I'm sorry. You played like crap all night. If you're gonna play like crap, tonight's the night to play it. Okay.
Yes. Go ahead and get it out of your system.
Somebody better have
get it out of your system for next
memory.
Friday night.
And I don't mean to belittle them. I swear I don't. It's senior night, and God bless. I want them to have a good time and a good memory. But this is not the way you want to play going in for week 9, going into week 10, and that's all I got to say.
By the way, Southeast Raleigh beats the Corinth Holder Pirates 27-21, hands the Pirates their second loss in a row. Cleveland Rams have beat the Garner Trojans 29-28. Clayton is right now leading the Storm 35-0 of Willow-Spring. No word yet on Fuquay and South Garner.
If you heard me laughing, it's because Cody Whitmer had called the quarterback out. He was dancing.
He was. It was funny.
That was great.
So about Cody Whitmer was dancing?
Yes. Yeah, well, it was as he was kind of showing blitz, kind of not.
Yeah.
But he just really started, as Amy said, dancing.
And he did his job.
And Jason Ingram Gray got in his head. He went down. Boy,
and it was Anthony
2nd
Holloway
and 16 on the 11.
finishing off the sack.
Loss of 6 on the player, 7 on the player, bring up 2nd and long.
2nd and 16 on the 11. Amy, it seems like Cleveland and Garner was a dogfight there. Cleveland won by 1 point. 29-18 the final. 29-28 the final. My apologies.
Short yardage off the left side, about 2
2nd and 16, maybe pick up a 2 or 3. Third down coming up, 3rd and 14 for the Storm. Under 9 minutes remaining in regulation. Don't forget to join us. Angie, Jason, invite you and yours. Vincent's Pub and Eatery, Main Street, Clayton. the post-game wrap-up party. Make sure you join us at Vincent's.
Wesley, I'm sorry. I'm watching the ball game. I'm not talking. Forgive me. I'm
You're
sorry.
okay. 3rd and 13. Comets trying to show signs of blitz. They go up the middle. Ingram Gray, catch made.
Made it.
First
Got
down.
First down.
Got it to the hands of
There's
the
a flag.
We got a flag.
Somebody needs to call Vincent's and tell him it might be midnight before we get there.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Check out the flag.
I just wanted some crab cakes.
And that was right at the end of
Ineligible receiver downfield. When the lineman got too far, though, because the Storm.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the Storm, and that place coming back. So much for that being a first down, Amy.
You can't do that.
No words.
You can't do that.
Heck, even though that flag was on Willow-Spring, I think the crowd and everybody on the sideline was like, no, not another flag.
Yes.
Ball's all the way back to the 9.
So it's 3rd and 13, ball on the 9-yard line. What a penalty against the Storm here.
3rd down and about 18 or so for the Storm.
Boy, oh boy. Hey, we're going to have Robbie Worrell in the booth with us next Friday night. We'll be at Cleveland, John Jacobs Stadium. Mark Coates, myself, Robbie. Jackie will be there on camera. We got 2 sideline reporters. I think Braxton's going to be with us for Cleveland, as well as Kim. Amy will be there.
Oh, I'll be there, but I will not be talking.
You won't be talking. You'll be,
I'll be out of commission next Friday night. I'll be on up in the bleachers.
4th and 18.
We got 4th down and about 7.
And they're going to punt the football here.
Nice defense there by Cody Whitner, shadowing the quarterback as he scrambled to the left.
As it's looking right now, 2 teams 9-0. By the way, can I give a prop, though, about Johnston County football? There are 7 schools that have winning records in football going into the postseason as well. I was reading an article about that this morning, as a matter of fact, talking about 7 Johnston County schools having really good football programs.
It's a strong county for football.
So they're going to punt the football.
Looks like the ball's going to be placed at about the 38-yard line.
Ball will be at the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 on the
7:12 left to go in the 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 38.
He marked it at the 44, now he's picked it up.
What is he doing?
Okay.
Was there a penalty and they're marking it off?
No penalty. They just don't know which line to put it on.
They don't? Okay.
Well, he walked all the way up here, and then they took it back.
So 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line. I thought he was going to put the ball at midfield. Comets going to Jones. Jones will go up the middle. Hand off.
Very good.
Jones to Hobbs for about 5.
That's Terrace Hobbs running the football.
And I will say, this brings back memories of Kim and I calling a game last year, where there was no question in our minds that we didn't know what was going on the field, because the sideline judges were putting the ball wherever willy-nilly, plays being called. We were just up here guessing.
Mark, if you had to grade the referees tonight, what would it be?
F-. Maybe an 8.
Do not ask Mark that.
Never mind. Mark's boiling red right now. I'm not going to say anything else. Oh, my goodness.
It don't do me no good to get upset, but I just hate to see. I mean, you're undefeated, don't get me wrong. I just hate to see a game like this, but if you got to play it, I'd rather you play it this week.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Garner gave Cleveland baptism under fire up the road tonight. 29-28 the final.
6:19 left.
Hopefully we can use that.
I thought Garner would give them a game.
Yeah, they sure did. 29-28.
Who does Corinth play next week? They play Garner next week?
Corinth plays
Wesley.
Yes, Amy.
Our broadcast has been lost.
Huh?
No, how it's not. We're still live.
Nathan Wiggins says we don't.
It's live. It's on the air. It's got to be on their end. Tell them to refresh. Tell them it's got to be on their end. We're live on radio as well as we're live on radio as well as on streaming. Yep. That has to be a buffering issue on their end.
It probably timed out. This game is taking way too long.
Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kim. Said it timed out.
You can just call us Kamami.
Oh. pizza, buy one, get one free. Robbie, on the public address. I want everybody to get some pizza, get some food.
Hand off to Hobbs.
Hobbs running with the football.
Pretty much.
Maybe a pick up another yard, and there goes the flags flying again. Are you kidding me?
Who is it?
Oh, my goodness, guys. Come on.
Well, it might have been the response. I think Terrace Hobbs, that there was a face mask, and he pushed the Willow Springs guy as they came up off the pile. So I think they're going to call it on Terrace.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Comets.
Calling it both ways.
They're calling it both ways, so the penalty's offset. So that's good, though, Kim. Call it fair, right? Because it happened on both ways. Call it fair.
Yeah, but you got to keep your composure because they're always going to
Who's
get
running the thing over
the reaction.
That's right.
Well,
and you don't want to get ejected from the game before the big game next Friday night also, Amy.
Pizza at the concession stands. Buy one, get one free. Pizza BOGO deal at CHS concession.
Pizza BOGO. Pizza BOGO now. Oh, boy, that's Khalil Hamilton running the football now. And the defense of the Storm read him, number 35. Mason Pomanek made a big tackle there. Pomanek will be accredited with the first hit. Now, I'll tell you what, Braxton, down to you on the other end of the spectrum for a all-state sideline report. Willow-Spring, they got some big boys. They've been eating their meat and potatoes, as my daddy would tell me.
Yeah.
It could have been a totally different game outcome than what it's turned out without them coming big plays.
Yeah, the big plays has been the thing that's kind of killed them most. Their defense has actually played pretty solid, I would say. Like Coach Wilkes said, just not finishing on the offensive end. But
not with this setup.
Well, and then, having short fields given to Clayton, that doesn't help their defense at all, especially a tired defense that's on the field most of the game.
Carson Jones moved to run. Short. Catch is made, but he's short. He might be 1 or 2 yards short.
But that's
and it's a turnover on downs. It'll give the ball back to the Storm. Oh, well. Mark, if you're Clayton right now, just work on the shutout, right? Don't let Willow-Spring get any score.
At this point,
so once again, folks,
it's 5 minutes left in the game.
We've got,
just play the last 5 minutes. Let's go home.
$4 pizzas. Buy
you
one,
want to try to hold the shutout.
And the after party at Vincent's in downtown Clayton.
1st and 10, under 5 minutes remaining. That's Chase Ingram Gray with a nice hold, and driving the football up the lane was Kevin Thompson.
And he got a good
pitch out to the right, a little sweep.
Nice little sweep there. Got about 8 on it, so that's good. That was good for Willow-Spring. That was one of the best runs I've seen him have.
That was a nice run there. Somebody's playing a little fire. A little fireball. A little pit bull. 2nd and 2 on the 39 as this game comes to an end. Ingram Gray goes up the middle. This time nowhere goes the runner, number 1. Clayton's defense got him.
No gain on the play. Will bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Storm.
Kim, down to you for another All-State sideline report. It looks to me, from what I'm seeing on the broadcast monitor, there are different players that are coming on the field now getting playing time also.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, if the Comets can hold them here, that, oh my goodness, would be huge because it's pretty much, if you look across the board for the defense, it's pretty much all backup players. And I think again, we talked about just how chippy the game has been. I think you want to make sure you walk away from this game with all of your players ready to go for next week, because usually they'll try and keep a couple starters in there, but I look across and I don't see one starter still left in the game.
And quite frankly, I wholeheartedly agree. I take every starter out at this point.
I know they want the shutout, but it's more important to keep people active for tomorrow or next week.
Yes.
Throw, long ball, catch made. He caught it. And it is caught. That's probably the deep ball throw to the night by Willow-Spring we've seen. First time by number 19, Eddie Mann.
On the coverage for the Comets.
Wow.
Be a 1st down Storm.
That was number 12, Chase Sean Ingram Gray from the 19 now. After that throw by Eddie Mann catching it. And now trying to force a shutout is the second, third string Comets defense.
Coverage out there by the linebacker going to the flats.
Mark, you ain't really said a lot here in the last couple of minutes, my friend. What it?
Like number 25.
My mama told me if I didn't have nothing good to say, not to say anything at all.
He's taking a line from Bambi.
And my wife told me to pass and repass. So.
Bless.
Bless it. Second and 10, ball on the 19.
There's some folks out there in radio land going, that ain't the Mark Coates I know.
Ingram Gray, throw to the end zone, catch made. There will not be a shutout here at Nixon-Fowler Stadium.
To number 19, Eddie Mann.
That was Eddie Mann. Well, I'll tell you what, Braxton, down to you. He found two big plays, and Ingram Gray, we've seen him play quarterback last year. Totally different than what we've seen out of Ethan Dykes, and well, they got the long ball as well, and they get a touchdown out of the deal.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about was explosive plays for Clayton, but the big throw right there from Ingram Gray, two pretty thrown balls. And wow, is that gets blocked at the line, hits
and
the crossbar.
It counts. It hit the crossbar, but it counts.
On a wing and a prayer right there.
Yeah, but two pretty throws and two pretty catches as well. Good drive right there from Willow. Now the question is going to be, of course, too little, too late. But what can they take from, this last couple minutes, this drive, and take it as they host Fuquay next week in the battle for the bell?
Right.
I don't think the LED lights are working. It says 35-1. It's 35-7. Oh, wow.
I did the visitor score +1.
Yeah.
That's what it was supposed to be.
It was Jackie, it sounds like the Comet crew coming a little lively now finally at the Storm.
It's not the Comet crew, it was the actual attendance of everybody else. Comet crew looks like they're getting ready to leave.
So it's the fans. The fans are the Comet crew as well. Just saying. So this will not be a shutout. 35-7 right now your score. Last year Clayton beat the Storm 49-6.
Well, had we kept our starters in, probably not. But there's no reason not to give.
Don't matter.
You're looking at the bigger picture. You're looking at the bigger picture now.
100% agree with you.
Look at the bigger picture. That's right.
He's spot on.
Got new players in. Let them experience it. Let them experience senior night. Right now, you got 3 minutes left to go in regulation. Amy's already got out her Candy Crush game, so she's pretty much realized this game's almost done.
It's Jewel Blast, not Candy Crush.
Jewel Blast. Okay. And boy, oh boy.
Instead of getting pummeled, why didn't you
just stop?
Down?
Right.
Third, 82.
That's what I was thinking. That was number 82, Samaj Richardson. That was Samaj Richardson on the kickoff return.
First and 10 with
Deer in the headlights. I will say this much. If they play the way they played tonight against Cleveland, you've met your worst nightmare. You literally cannot have your own self defeat your own self.
As Mark said earlier, if we're going to play a bad game,
tonight
let it be tonight.
And let's just hope that Garner wore down Cleveland. 29-28 final in that game. 29-28 final. First and 10, ball on the 22. They're going to stay with Carson Jones in the quarterback spot. Terrace Hobbs that's Khalil Hamilton in. Hamilton.
That was a nice little play right
We know how good of a running back he is. Down to you, Kim Winslow, for another All-State sideline report. Khalil has earned his stripes from JV to varsity. If he can break away from the line, he can get up speed and find the end zone.
Yeah, tonight, though, we just haven't quite got the running game going like we did last week. It's kind of been a tale of 2 weeks. Last week was all about the running game. This week, all about the passing game.
Now, why is that, Amy? Why is it just not working tonight? Is it because of the size of these players, basically, on the line?
Well, it's what the defense, as Kim said, was what the defense gives you, and it's also you take advantage of what you've got, and we've taken advantage of it, but it hasn't been pretty.
Second and 5 on the 5. Jones goes up the middle to Hamilton. Hamilton now veers left. breaks away from a
First
player,
down.
got a first down.
Nice
That was
game
number
about
28,
nine on
by the
the
way.
play for
Caleb
Hamilton.
Costin
Pick
on
up
the
another.
takedown. Braxton, I guess the Storm sideline and crew were a little fired up on the sideline. At least it's not going to be a shutout on their end, they were saying, right?
Right. Some guys fired up. I mean, fantastic plays. I mean, to get in the end zone. But like I said earlier, you kind of take this if you're Willow Springs and you've got your rivals Fuquay coming into your house next week into the eye of the storm, as they call it down there. But they've got Fuquay coming in next week for the Battle of the Bell. So it's take this and you've got the momentum next week.
So Fuquay and Willow-Spring next week.
That is correct.
Wow, that'll be a barn burner as well. Number 71 in the stop there on Khalil Hamilton.
Once again on the carry.
That was number 71 of
Second down and 8
Joshua
for the
Smith, the nose guard, defensive tackle, bringing him down. And we're closing in on 90 seconds remaining in regulation quarter.
Right, we're just looking to go ahead and finish out this last 90 seconds and go to the house.
And Wesley, interesting thing about the Willow-Fuquay game next week, they actually play for a victory bell similar to North Carolina and Duke.
Oh, there you go.
That's one thing I would love to see more high school rivalries have is playing for actually something tangible that these guys can play for.
One of our CRN colleagues of the past, Bruce Berry, used to talk about the battle between Cleveland and Clayton and have like a mayor's cup, the battle of the zip code, and put something on the line for bragging rights. We'll see that next week. As all roads for the number one spot in the East, the number one conference championship in the Greater Neuse and more is going to go right through Johnston County between Cleveland and Clayton next week. Got a flag on the play, and it's going to be offsetting penalties. Here we go again. Sean Delaney calling it both ways, but everybody's tired of the dirty laundry here, Mark.
100%.
You got 49 seconds. You might as well just let them go.
The yardage gained
you let them go the first half.
Down.
What's the penalty?
They called it unsportsmanlike conduct.
It was
I saw the Clayton kid go down.
A push and a flop is what we're being told. So a push and a flop on both on Clayton and Willow-Spring. 40 seconds remain. 35-7 the score. We'll get a very fast Clayton High School Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up here. And this game comes to an end with 30 seconds remain. Staying with Khalil Hamilton. Jones to Hamilton, right up the middle. He'll go to midfield.
Hamilton on the carry once again.
Maybe a pickup of 1 or 2 yards.
Ball game.
Amy, always a pleasure, young lady. We appreciate you. Yes, ma'am.
35-7.
We'll move to 9-0. Can I say this? It wasn't pretty. It was not a pretty football game, but a win is a win, and you better prepare for the big lunch next week against Cleveland.
A win is a win, but you cannot play like cheese whiz on a crack.
There you go. Even I do like cheese.
You cannot.
That's right.
As Jackie said a while ago, the cheese had fallen off. It wasn't even a slice of cheese. It was cheese whiz, and it was everywhere.
Thank you very much, Amy. Always appreciate you. Mark, you want to add anything more to that as we get ready to go into our Clayton High School Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up? Real quickly, though, stand by. We'll pause for 10 seconds of network identification on the Community Radio Network.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
35-7, the final. Welcome back to our coverage on the Community Radio Network. It is the Clayton High School Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up. Mark, Robbie Worrell, Amy will grab Braxton and Kim if she can. Robbie, I mean, it's a win, but this was not a good game of Comets football tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Wesley. It was a win, but it was an ugly W. And I think what you've got to do is you've got to figure out where you went wrong. And like you said at the start of the game.
Hold that thought. Let's go down to Kim Winslow. I think she's trying to grab the coach. She had Coach Chadwick in her sights, and then he turned away. I think he's trying to get the players separated.
I was going to say, I think he wants to make sure these players get through the line.
Yes. Yeah, no, don't want to put up with any shenanigans, anything more than what it is.
I don't know. There's some of them over here running their mouth. They're looking at crying tiles or something. I don't know what it is.
Let's.
I might let this one go tonight.
Yeah.
I like Coach Chadwick.
A wise woman once said, "I might let this one go tonight."
There's still some tension out here at midfield. Let's just celebrate the fact Comets end tonight with the win, 9-0, and I'll throw it to Braxton.
Braxton, down to you.
Alrighty, guys, I'm with Coach Woods. Coach, not exactly what you envision the night going. You got to score there late to build some momentum for next week. What would you like to see out of your guys during the week of prep for Fuquay next week?
Oh, yeah.
Just some consistency.
Correct.
We made some mistakes tonight and allowed Clayton to capitalize on those, but Coach Chadwick and those guys did a great job tonight. Again, we just got to make sure we get in the red zone. We got to finish and capitalize on opportunities that presented to us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Braxton. And by the way, thank you to head coach Jason Wilkes, even though he got defeated, to be able to at least to give his description and thoughts of the game. 35-0 as we are in the post-game wrap-up. And, well, Robbie, what do you want to add more to this, man? I mean, I know it's a win, but it's not the game that we wanted to see out of Clayton football this year.
It's absolutely not the way you want to be playing in, going into a big game next week. Yes, they got to 9-0. A lot of things to clean up. You play like this next week, you'll be 9-1 after next week. So a lot of things we got to fix for the week. But again, when they started the game, I said we can't be looking ahead. I truly think, and when I look at the score at the other game, I think you mentioned it earlier.
29-28
I'm thinking both squads were looking ahead to the next week.
Wow.
Now, Garner's a good
is that the only
club.
good thing in favor of Clayton right now, moving into next week, you think?
You got to flush the lid. You got to flush the toilet as you go right now. You got to flush the toilet right now. Let it go down the drain. Close the lid. Let it do the little swirl thing. Close the lid and let it go. It's got to have short memory and go. Let's
throw
go.
some Clorox down it.
Put some Clorox.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Mark. Put some Comet in the toilet bowl. Put some Comet in the toilet bowl. Hey, you went there. I had to put the.
Oh my goodness, we're not even at Vincent yet.
Bless him,
not even at
Lord.
Vincent yet. But yeah, you look at it. I mean, we were out of sync from the get-go. I mean, there was not. I mean, quite honestly, as I'm calling the game on the other side, I'm looking at it, and we just weren't in sync. We weren't engaging.
Right.
We weren't staying with the blocks. They started John. We started John. We fell right into their trap. We just can't do that, and that's what we talked at the pregame. We said we've played with good composure, with good friendship, with partners every game so far this year. And tonight, it's a little disappointing to see how it turned out. The win's great, but the attitude, the lack of composure, the lack of execution, all the things on the ball field
And the mental
tonight.
mistakes on them own selves too,
Dude,
right?
We give them 2 false starts on when they line up for a field goal in the first half, or offside penalties. We can't do that. Those are things you're supposed to be watching the football. Mark said it. I heard him a couple times. Heard him say a bunch of things tonight. But as we were going, Mark said it. We're just not playing Comet football.
You're not.
And when you don't play Comet football, then you're not playing what we call complementary football. Okay, so as the offense goes, the defense goes. I tried to get the stands in a little bit tonight. They were flat, so there was no engagement from everybody around. So that was the biggest thing for me. And next week, I fully expect a totally different ball game. We're going to bring the energy. I think the fans are going to come out and bring a ton of energy. I truly believe the kids will be hyped up. I expect there's going to be some mistakes in the first part of the ball game because the energy and the adrenaline is going to be pumping. So, who knows what we're going to see the first 2 drives from both squads next week.
Sure.
But I think after 48 minutes, you're going to see a ball game that's been played pretty well after those first 5 or 6 initial ones.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Mark, you want anything more to that? I know you're getting ready to hightail it to Vincent's Pub and Eatery.
Absolutely.
No, I'm good.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
I can't say. I named so many ways to say that we played a bad game tonight. So we won. We're 9-0. Past that, somebody go home, get some sleep, and come back tomorrow, and let's start over.
So,
flush the toilet.
Can I say this? Is there anything that you could say in a positive light to try to, what you saw tonight, to manipulate Cleveland for next Friday?
Well,
because maybe the game film might say that, hey, these guys didn't, wow.
They're not going to look at this game.
They don't watch this
They
film.
know we're a better team than what we played tonight.
Yeah. They'll watch. The coaches will watch this film for about 2.5 minutes. And they say, turn that off, because that is not who we're playing next week.
Nope.
As sitting back watching this, I got to tell you, when Carson Jones came in to play quarterback, he made a couple nice throws, throw the ball down the field a little bit. He looked comfortable, and Aiden tonight, to me, just looked a little bit fidgety. I saw him slide down a couple times.
That last week.
Yeah, we even tried to put him out in the slot and try to bring him back around. so that he can come and get engaged in the football there. So looks like we're not getting it. So
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was a no thank you, I think.
Well, that's going to do it. Again, Amy, thank you so much for what she does on the color commentary. Jackie, you got anything else you want to add? I know we're not going to hear from Coach Scott Chadwick. 35-7 the final. Braxton Cutchin, anything you want to say in closing, buddy? Great job as always. Look forward to seeing you on the sideline next week in Cleveland as well.
Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those games where, it's sloppy, but you got to get through them. Every team's going to normally go through that game at some point or the other. And it's the good teams that separate themselves from the great teams. The great teams are the ones that find a way to win in these tough games and then learn how to make the adjustment in the week coming up.
There you go.
There's some talent on that other team over there, but it's like a wild horse. You got to corral it.
Mark and Robbie, we'll get thoughts with Jackie here in a second as well. One of the things Coach Chadwick said on Tuesday night at Vincent's at Comets Football Weekly show, Willow-Spring could make the playoffs. With the RPI ranking that they have, they could literally go into the playoffs.
Correct. Yeah, and that's the whole thing is you have a good RPI, you play a great out-of-conference schedule. Yeah, you lose a couple, you win a couple, whatever, but you can get in based on your RPI. So if they win next week, which, I'm not sure it's against, but maybe is it Southeast or is it against?
Willow-Spring plays Fuquay Arena.
Fuquay, okay.
Yes.
So, Fuquay's down this year. If Willow-Spring gets a W, who knows what's going to happen. So I did like the quarterback. I like Gray, who came in to relieve.
The other kid,
Chason Ingram Gray came in to relieve Mr.
Dykes. Ethan Dykes.
Yep.
I mean, that other quarterback, he looked good. I mean, he was composed. He completed 2 long passes, a long pass and then a pass for the touchdown. So I think Willow-Spring has some things to build on as well to get in. And again, they're a 3 or 4 year old school. So they're trying to build a program as well. But what both teams have to control is what happens in between the white lines. Not let it get between your ears. The officiating has to be better towards the middle of the first part of the game to control some of that as well. So you've got to say some things, take control right out of the gate, so you don't have to do things at the end. But anyway.
And the band begins to roll away. Jackie, as always, great job down there as well amongst the crowd on the camera. Your take of the game as well, 35-7. Look out, Cleveland Rams, you're on deck, and you're next for the conference championship and for the #1 spot in the playoffs in the East.
Potentially the #1 spot on the East side. So, there's a lot to play for next week. So get your stuff cleaned up and get after it, guys, and get ready to play.
Jackie, your final take of the game, ma'am.
Like I said, your cheese got to be on your cracker, because if not, it's going to be a plain cracker. So I need Clayton to come out next week with 4 pieces of cheese on their cracker with some ham in the middle of it and see what we can do.
There we go. Final score 35-7. Amazing group of people. Thanks to our All-State sideline reporters, Kim Winslow, Braxton Cutchin. Of course, Head Coach Scott Chadwick will now get career win 197 in football. On the road to 200, they're 9-0, 6-0 in conference. It looks like it's going to be a battle for the East #1 spot in the playoffs for state and the Conference Greater Neuse River 4A Championship will be decided next Friday night, and we'll have it for you on the Community Radio Network. For, of course, our sideline reporters presented by Allstate, Braxton Cutchin for Willow-Spring, Kim Winslow for Clayton. For Jackie Posey, Mark Coates, Amy Coates, Robbie Worrell, this is Wesley Outland. Thanking you and yours for joining us. Good night, and go Comets. Enjoy your weekend. Cleveland, next Friday. We'll have it for you.
You've been listening to an exclusive presentation of the Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans. What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship, together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.